We measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, days, years. We divide it into manageable units. We build our lives around it. But what if time is not what we think it is? What if the calendar we use is not a measurement of time, but a record? A record of cycles, a record of repetitions, a record of something that has happened before and is happening again. This is the sixth file from the Black Ledger, a case file on the calendars that counts something else and the possibility that time is not moving forward, but through entries. Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Last time we asked, what if some cities were removed from the map? Tonight we ask, what if time itself is not a linear progression but a loop? Calendars are one of humanity's oldest inventions. They track the seasons. They mark the passing of years. They structure our lives. But what if they also track something else? Something we have forgotten? Something that the Black Ledger has recorded? Over and over again? The oldest known calendars are not found in books. They are carved into stone. The Warrenfield calendar in Scotland dates to around 8000 BCE. It tracks the lunar months. It marks the solstices. It is the oldest known calendar in the world. The Goseck Circle in Germany dates to around 4900 BCE. It is a solar observatory. It tracks the solstices and equinoxes. The Nabta Playa in Egypt dates to around 5000 BCE. It is a stone circle aligned to the stars. It marks the summer solstice. These are not primitive devices. They are sophisticated. They require knowledge of astronomy, geometry, and mathematics. And they all share a common feature. They track cycles, not just daily or yearly cycles, but longer cycles, cycles that span generations, cycles that suggest the people who built them knew something we have forgotten. Now we turn to the calendars that are still in use. The Gregorian calendar is the one most of the world uses. It is a solar calendar. It tracks the Earth's orbit around the sun. But other calendars track different cycles. The Hebrew calendar is lunisolar. It tracks both the moon and the sun. It is used to mark religious festivals. The Islamic calendar is purely lunar. It tracks the moon's phases. It is used to mark religious observances. The Hindu calendar is lunisolar. It tracks the moon, the sun, and the stars. It is used to mark festivals, auspicious dates, and religious events. Each of these calendars is different, but they all ask the same question: what is time? And they all offer a different answer. Is time linear? Or is it cyclical? Is it moving forward? Or is it repeating? The modern world operates on the assumption that time is linear. It moves forward. It does not repeat. But this is a relatively recent idea. Most ancient cultures viewed time as cyclical. The Hindus believed in the Yugas, great cosmic cycles that repeat endlessly. The Mayans believed in the Long Count, a calendar that tracks cycles of time. The Aztecs believed in the sun cycle's eras that end and begin again. The ancient Greeks believed in the Great Year, a cycle of time in which the same events repeat. The Celts believed in the Wheel of the Year, a cycle of seasons that repeats endlessly. The idea of linear time is an exception, not the rule. What if the linear calendar, a tool to keep us focused on the present, a tool to prevent us from seeing the larger cycles? And what if the Black Ledger records those larger cycles? Now we return to the Black Ledger. Imagine opening the ledger. You find a calendar. It does not track years. It does not track days. It tracks cycles. Each cycle corresponds to a rise and fall, a civilization that rose, a civilization that fell. And each cycle is marked with the same pattern, the same symbols, the same events, the same collapse. You flip through the ledger and you realize the same cycle has been repeating for thousands of years. The rise, the peak, the decline, the fall, and then the rise again. What if the calendar is not a measurement of time? What if it is a record of repetition? What if the Black Ledger is not a history of humanity, but a log of its recurring cycles? Then perhaps the question is not, what year is it, but which cycle is this? And if we are in a cycle, can we break it? Or are we destined to repeat it? The ledger does not offer an answer, it only records. But the pattern is clear. Civilizations rise, civilizations fall, and the cycle repeats. The question is, will this cycle be different? Or are we already living in the echo of the last one? The calendar is not just a tool, it is a record. A record of time, a record of cycles, a record of repetition. And if you know how to read it, you may see the pattern. And if you see the pattern, you may see what comes next. The cycle continues and the ledger is still open. The Black Ledger will continue next time. Episode 7, The Echoes Between Empires. We will investigate recurring symbols, architecture, and myths across civilizations, and ask whether they are evidence of cultural exchange, or echoes from previous chapters. The archive is never closed, and somewhere, another cycle is beginning. Until next time, keep counting.